Why are you so mad at me?
I'm not.
He's not mad. He's energetic.
That's
Don't
fair.
fucking tell me how I feel, Chris.
I was speaking for you. Was I right or wrong?
You were... I don't care.
You're not very energetic. That sounds pretty angry, though.
Jesus. All right.
Just because it's Good Friday, don't bring him into it.
This
The worst
God
Friday.
Fucking damn it.
Do we want to do like a fucking clap in, or what are we gonna
I
do
was
here, Joe?
trying to do it, and then you kept saying stuff.
Gosh, Joe, why don't you calm down?
I will suck you off so hard.
Sounds like today's gonna be a really interesting episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull this out of the mumble recording and edit and cut it in because it's fun. This is Joe recording. Kaine.
Wait, Joe, you don't record, Kaine. That's not how it works.
I guess
Clap
technically.
if you agree with everything I've ever said.
I guess technically David records Kaine.
It's true. This is David recording. Thank you for the blessed, respectful silence.
Fuck all of you twice.
Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
God damn it, Kaine.
God damn it.
Is this a thing we're doing?
Is this a thing we're doing?
Should I just wait, or do you want to do the intro? Oh my god.
Hello, friends.
Joe, just do the intro already.
I really want to.
Hello, friends.
Say it. Say .com. Do it, Joe.
Go to WeGiveYouBrainworms.com.
Wait, is there a clone of Joe now, too?
Well, I mean, technically, I'm made up of all of you. At least this version. I set up a view screen so that you guys can see what I've become.
I can see it, but I don't understand it.
I have 8 arms.
Yeah, also, David, I have a confession to make.
Yes.
Last week, when you weren't here, Kaine didn't want to continue reading Jeff the Killer, so we cut a deal. And I didn't see any way that this could go wrong, so I gave him samples of our genetic material
What?
so that he would continue reading Jeff the Killer.
He has become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
I figure, like, none of us are particularly worth a shit, so our genetic material couldn't enhance him all that much.
That's what he was hoping.
Ah, jeez.
You know the noble death of Obi-Wan Kenobi and New Hope?
Yeah, huh?
Was it a noble death, or was it just pissing out?
Remember when Darth Vader stepped on the robe? What if it was just a melted mesh? He stepped on and pulled his foot back, and there was melted skin sticking. He was just oh god, I didn't think that was gonna happen.
I always personally thought that it was just Obi-Wan shrinking himself. Just trying
So
to
he
get
was
away.
very tiny.
And just became very, very small, and then Darth just steps on him.
Squishes him.
Or, no, it was George Lucas's original plan that there was going to be a microscopic Obi-Wan Kenobi running around the galaxy, fighting stormtroopers by going into their ears and cutting their brains up with a
He
tiny
just
lightsaber.
went to go live with the midichlorians.
Yeah. They're cool dudes,
Do you want to record a podcast? I mean, we could just talk about Star Wars. I like Star Wars, but I just need to know what's going on.
I feel like every episode we have this conversation of, do you guys want to record a podcast?
Yeah, I'm wondering, legitimately curious how long it's been since we actually got through the intro.
Wait, there's an intro?
Yeah, you're in it.
What's the intro?
It's happening right now.
Guys, this isn't to the script. We gotta dump it all, do it all
There's
over
no
again.
script for this.
When will then be now?
Wait.
How
there's no
soon is
script?
now?
Shut up,
Why
Joe.
do I hire professional dancers to dance for my recording?
Well, that's a question only you can answer. This is a podcast.
Yeah, this is audio.
It adds ambience.
All right, hold on a second. Joe?
Yeah.
Start the intro.
Okay. You didn't see it because this isn't video. I just did the longest slow blink of my life.
Well, I just figured we should get on task. We've got a job to do. We've got a book to read. You should definitely do the intro. No one interrupt him.
I mean, honestly, I feel like that was the intro and we can just push straight in.
I said do the intro, Joe.
Joe, do you remember that time that you had me watch deathbed, the bed that eats.
Yeah.
That was time that I've lost from my life. I can never.
Your time's not worth that much, you know. But yeah, I'm just gonna push in.
Ooh.
Maybe you should ask first.
Why you gotta make it weird?
I didn't make it fucking weird, all right? You made it weird.
Don't worry though, my safe word is something that would never be spoken in common speech, which is Corey Feldman makes good music.
That's long for a safe word.
Yeah, that's... All right, so I guess then, David, just pick up where you left off.
I'm gonna introduce the book, but...
Well, then why did you say that...
I meant like the part at the beginning where I say, hello, friend, and do all that. Like the moment for that has passed.
Has it, though?
All right, well then, introduce the book.
Has it?
But yet... See how you got me all out of whack? My rhythm is fucky.
Joe, you're like Princess Peach with this. You keep like leaving yourself open to be kidnapped or, in this case, interrupted.
That's a weird victim-blamey attitude to have toward Princess Peach.
Look, all that's going on there is a polytriad with a kidnapping fetish. It's nothing strange, okay?
It wasn't strange until, my fragile 8-year-old brain was invited to participate in it on the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Well, if you put it out there for purchase and someone buys it, then they're consenting.
Fair enough.
I don't know if it works that way. I don't know.
All right, can you intro this godforsaken book?
Yeah, let's do that. We're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of our very first episode.
And clearly we've become very professional.
And we're very professional podcasters, and we've learned a lot in that time. Clearly based on the last 10 minutes. And to celebrate that, we're going back to the book that gave us our start. Norman Boutin's just our generation's Iliad. Empress Theresa.
Watch, that's going to end up as a pull quote somewhere.
Empress Theresa is our most popular episodes.
Yeah, it is. For some reason.
I'm getting ready to blow your mind. Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
The reason that it is the first on the analytics screen of anything is because it's our first episode.
What?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I didn't think about it like that.
Nope, because we're dumb.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't, aside from the fucking minutes of time wasting we've just done, I don't feel the need to give it a lot of setup unless somebody has something they want to share about Empress Theresa.
The artwork is terrible.
The artwork is terrible.
Guy becomes very, very disturbingly hyper-fixated on this character that he's made and has now become the center of gravity which his life revolves around. And it's very disturbing.
Yeah. This weird kind of Jesus metaphor.
Except if Jesus was a girl that he remarks was a really cute kid and it gets kind of slimy.
Yeah.
Jesus built my hot rod.
Nice. I understood that reference.
I think David did too.
Oh, I did.
So the three of us are having a conversation about a thing that Chris doesn't know about. Again,
I'm sorry,
that happens
I was too busy
so
thinking
often.
about fidget spinners to hear about your old man references.
The fidget spinners and the TikToks. Yeah, I know what you kids like.
it's because he's one of the youngs.
Yeah.
And the chap snats and
The chapsnats.
my dad. Okay, so real quick.
Nintendo Swatch. We know.
That was a term that my dad had for Snapchat. He called it chap snat. And then another phrase that my dad butchered, he was trying to say feng shui, but he ended up saying Xiao Flow.
What? Your dad's dumb.
That's not even the same thing at all. So, yeah, there's a book by a guy named Norman, and it's terrible, and we're going to read it.
Yep. We're going to read chapter 4. Is that correct, David? Of Empress Theresa?
I believe that's what we've determined, yes.
In which things happen.
Sort of. I mean, which is kind of different from the rest of this book that we've read so far.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess...
I'm going to take a nap. Just wake me up when you guys are done.
No, it doesn't work that way.
I wasn't here for the first 2 of these.
But you're here now.
You're here now, and look, all 8 of your arms are going to have to hold this.
All right,
Nice.
fine.
Was that a deliberate Veruca Salt reference, or did it just work out that way?
I want the world. I want the whole world.
And I want it now.
We're just alienating our entire audience.
We are
Do
not
we have an audience?
professionals.
Technically, yes.
I guess like the 4 of us probably listen sometimes.
I mean, there are, I want to say 5 actual humans giving us money every month to do this. To do this, Kaine.
To do this? And where could they do that? Where could they give us money?
I got so thrown off my groove that I forgot that I do those things. Thank you, David.
Where can they go?
If you go to WeGiveYouBrainworms.com, you can find our Patreon, where you, much like the other lovely people that do so, can support the show. And you can find links to anything else that we're goofing around with. You can jump into our Discord server. It is a cold and horrible place where no one feels love and everyone feels pain. And WeGiveYouBrainworms.com is where you can find all of those things.
All right. Well, I guess buckle up, buckaroos. 'Cause we're going back in. Chapter 4.
I want the world. I want the whole world. Sorry.
Kaine, no.
Chapter 4. Author's Note. Theresa has just completed 1 year at Boston College and married Steve Hartley. Her 18th birthday was on May 8th. It is June.
This sounds like the preamble to like a fratricide or whatever the term is for killing your husband.
I guess that would be matricide.
I think that was it. I got it wrong, but regardless.
Yeah, fratricide is killing your father, and a cornerstone of a Star Wars film.
It's true. And Oedipus Rex.
Yeah, which, is basically just Star Wars in the ancient world, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
Chapter 4. I preferred to go to a supermarket in a direction away from Framingham because of the extra 3 miles it took to drive along this isolated road, more than made up for the waiting in Framingham traffic. It was on this road that 3 cars ahead of me suddenly drew abreast of each other and stopped.
Well,
I was forced to stop too.
That is how roads work.
Yeah.
6 men with handguns drawn got out of these cars and surrounded me. "Get out of the car," one man ordered. I got out just as a van pulled up from behind. It was a large van with 3 bench seats. "Get in," someone yelled as the door to the middle seat opened. I got in, sat down, and found myself surrounded by men pointing guns at me.
Norman Boutin stimulating prose in action.
2 more in the front seat.
Is it just me, or is anyone else just kind of envisioning Theresa with a mild, passive smile on her face while all this is happening?
"Isn't this overdoing it?" I asked. "We have our orders." The van started moving, and I looked around at what might be my last look at familiar surroundings.
Doesn't she have, godlike powers or something? Isn't that the whole premise of this book?
Yeah, alien granted godlike powers by an entity called Hal.
No, you're wrong. It's Fox granted powers. She has the power of the furries.
Well.
It is an old and ancient magic. You wouldn't understand.
She'll just start yiffing. I'd known for a year that the president was stewing over me, and a struggle seemed pointless. Just wait him out. Give it a couple more years, he won't be the president anymore.
Yeah, it's easy fix.
How it works in the U.S., so there you go.
Yeah.
We drove a couple miles to a field where 2 military helicopters were waiting. "Follow us," said one of the goons. I got out of the van and followed them to the nearest helicopter. It was some kind of VIP transportation helicopter with seats looking forward like in airplanes. It was probably...
What? Read that again, please?
It was some kind of VIP transportation helicopter with seats looking forward, like in airplanes.
Okay, didn't make much more sense the second time. Please continue.
Well, normally helicopters have sort of side-facing seats.
Oh, right.
I'm just going to go ahead and say that if you say military helicopter to the layman, anyone, they're going to think of the bench seats on the sides.
With the machine gun hanging out? Sure. Okay, I guess that makes
this
sense.
one wouldn't have machine guns, but you same thing.
Right.
What about some bikini girls with machine guns?
That would be cool.
What?
I'm into machine gun bikini girls.
Nice.
I don't know what's going on.
Haha, we did a thing that Joe doesn't know.
Yay!
Wait, does that just make it to where it's me and you, David, or just now we're the old fucks and Joe and Chris are the youngs?
Yeah, you're just progressively generation gapping.
At what point does making obscure references cease to be cool? Because, when I was young and made references to obscure things, that just made me cool. Now that I'm old and make references to obscure things, it just makes me dated.
When you become Family Guy is the point when making obscure references ceases to be cool.
I think it ceases to be cool when you make obscure references to be cool, as opposed to just you're referencing something because it's relevant to what you're discussing.
Bikini girls with machine guns. I can't believe that neither of you have ever heard that song.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
You should be.
Yep. Apology not accepted, though.
Oh.
I'm going to totally like Ludovico treatment you later. And you're going to like it.
I mean, I just send me the link and I'll watch whatever. It's fine.
It was probably used to haul generals' butts around to important military spots like Las Vegas and Disney World.
What?
What?
It was probably used to haul generals' butts around to important military spots like Las Vegas and Disney World.
Does Norman Boutin think that Disney World and Las Vegas are strategic military locations?
I think I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that was probably meant to be a joke.
Oh, okay. It didn't land.
Nah. He also misspelled Las Vegas.
Good.
How do you...
Well, think of Los Angeles. So it's LOSVEGAS.
Oh, Norman. You dumb son of a bitch.
Los Vegas.
Los Vegas.
That sounds like a venereal disease. I'm
You
sorry,
sound
ma'am.
like
You
venereal
have Los
disease.
Vegas.
Sounds like a location in Ferry.
Yeah.
I sat in the seat they indicated and was strapped in. The helicopters both took off and headed south. We passed within sight of my car, still on the road half a mile.
Like, she just abandoned her fucking car.
Wait, they passed within? So, like, they rolled down the windows of the car and did a stunt, like, through the window?
No, listen to the sentence. Listen to the sentence that is written. We passed within sight of my car, still on the road, half a mile below.
I choose to believe that they did a stunt.
That is
through the
willful
window.
ignorance.
It is. I'm okay with that.
As long as you know it.
Whatever you gotta do to get through Empress Theresa.
It was surrounded by dozens of cars and trucks. People were standing around talking about what happened.
So they just did that with just witnesses upon witnesses?
Yeah, they just kidnapped this girl. Yeah, put her in a military helicopter and flew away with her.
And left her car behind.
Yeah.
Like, that's a road obstruction. That's gonna be a problem.
That's cool. The police will come and get it. They'll, confiscate it. She'll have to pay to get it out of impound.
This is like an X-Files tier cover-up that's happening right now.
Even in the helicopter, they kept several guns on me. They must have suspected I had powers I didn't admit. Well, I did.
How exciting.
Well, I did.
We headed south over water at a slight angle to the east. I could see the Massachusetts and Rhode Island coastlines in the distance. Where are you taking me? To an aircraft carrier, answered one of the men holding guns on me. Am I coming back? No. There it was.
Hold on. Whoa. Hold on. Your government suspects that this person has the X gene and could murder you at any moment with her spooky powers. Am I coming back? No, you're not coming back.
Yeah, this is how helicopters explode in the sky.
Yeah.
I feel like stage 1 of this plan would be set up a checkpoint along her route with a bunch of station machine guns, and when they all see your car, just open up from like a crescent formation and just litter the thing until it's like not a ladle, the thing that colander.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Chris. I'm sorry.
His plan is that they set up a machine gun ambush, again on a public road, and just hose the car with bullets.
I mean, that's one way to do it.
Yeah.
I guess. Let's see what their plan is.
I mean, I know what it is, but I'm not telling until we get there. I'm not locked in here with you. You guys are locked in here with me.
Why are you
Can we put him in the quiet room?
No, we can't.
Damn it. Okay. There it was. The death sentence. This was the last I'd see of Massachusetts. My face softened and tears gathered in my eyes, but I didn't cry. I'd had years to consider something like this might happen someday.
What?
Besides, I had a solid upbringing. Death wasn't the end. It was the beginning of a wonderful eternity.
Not the end. Not the end.
So wait,
I've remember
I've had
that
years.
death is not the end.
I've had years to consider this would happen, so she was just like 12, like, yeah, someday the government's gonna pick me up.
If you remember from before, and it was like a year ago and, forgettable, but at the beginning of the book when she first manifested her powers, I think her parents told her something, keep it quiet because she got kidnapped by the government, whatever, and there was this whole thing about,
Yeah.
They may very well try to kill her for what she can do. So that's been sort of, a present thing for the first few chapters.
Mm-hmm.
So sure, she's had years to think about it. I can buy that. But I'm not buying the van full of gun-wielding people, stop her car, tell her to get out. She gets in a helicopter. They tell her she's going to die, and she does nothing. I mean, I guess that's more in line with the, again, very much trying to make Theresa a messianic figure, right?
Right.
So that's really what we're doing here. We're showing
this is a
that
Christ
she's...
metaphor.
So generally, and this comes from Sun Tzu's Art of War, if you put someone in a situation where they have nothing to lose, they won't, sit idle. If you tell them that you're going to kill them, then, well, if I do nothing, I'll die, so I might as well do something and die. At least I'll have a chance. And that's not how you keep prisoners calm.
No. And again, I understand what Norman is doing, because the fact that she's going willingly is part of it.
Well, at least one of us does.
But why would these highly trained government agents think that way?
I mean, they haven't specifically... I mean, I guess the implication is that she is going to be killed or whatever, but, where are you taking me? To an aircraft carrier? Am I coming back? No. Could just mean we're taking you on a mission and we're not bringing you back to Massachusetts.
That's fair. We're not going to give you a ride home. That could be.
Right. I don't know.
Let's see where it goes.
Yeah. There it was. The death sentence. Still, it was natural to mourn the loss of this world. Okay, so that seems pretty specific that she does think she's going to die. Time passed. The helicopters headed south approximately parallel to the east coast. Beaches and cities could be seen on the right. I could no longer recognize them. How are you going to do it? You'll be put in a plane with an atom bomb.
Fucking what?
My eyebrows went up a little. Wouldn't a bullet save taxpayers $100 million? But then I realized they wanted to destroy Hal, not me. And everybody said nothing could survive an A-bomb.
What? Who says
you guys
that?
Know about there's a guy, and I can't remember his name right now, unfortunately, but he was very close to Nagasaki on the day of the bombing and happened to flee from Nagasaki, survived the blast, and fled from Nagasaki to Hiroshima.
I've not heard about that.
And survived that blast as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about the odds.
Yeah, I think he died at some point in his 80s, which would have been in the 1980s, I think. Look it up at some point. I'm sure you can find it.
I'm definitely going to.
Yeah, interesting story. When is this going to happen? Tomorrow afternoon. It's far away. That's not that far away. Tomorrow afternoon is not that far away. It's only a day away, people. They were becoming more talkative. Apparently, they were relieved that I hadn't put on the hysterical scene they expected. I had a day to think of something if anything could be done.
So real quick, we were talking about cover-ups and... Okay, yeah, detonating an atomic bomb. That shows up on many different things observing the Earth at all times.
It does, but if there's... testing happens, people still do bomb testing.
Right.
So, I mean...
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah.
Training exercise.
Yep.
What is this even?
Empress Theresa.
It's a podcast where we read books.
Yeah, I know where we are.
I just thought you disassociated for a minute and needed a reminder.
What is the nature of your inquiry?
I'm trying to disassociate. Does that count?
I don't know if it works that way.
Yeah. You just kind of do it, man.
I'm trying to disassociate.
Do you guys think that seashells were used as early saws?
I don't know, but I eventually end up replacing toilet paper.
I know she sells seashells by the... Yeah.
She sells seashells down by the seashore?
That's the one.
The shells she sells are seashore. Damn it. I always struggle with that one. That's the one tongue twister that I have a really hard time with.
It's a hard one.
It is. Anyway, what did they tell you about me? You're a danger to the security of the United States. How? They didn't say. No need to know. They didn't know about Hal. Should I tell them and demonstrate the strength Hal gave me?
No, that would be exciting.
That would definitely convince them I was dangerous, and the president knew what he was doing.
Ha ha!
My chances were better leaving them in the dark. They might chicken out at the last minute and let me go.
That's not how... Never mind.
No, that's not how any of this works. Also, that might be the first time in my life I've said the words, the president knew what he was doing, out loud.
Yeah.
I remained quiet after learning of my death sentence while the helicopters continued down the coast. I couldn't recognize the landscapes. The helicopters landed for refueling at some military airbase next to some nondescript building that might be used for anything.
This is very exciting what's happening right now.
I like to believe that this is the point where they land at the airstrip that's right next to the fucking cafe for moon people.
It's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, guys, we need everyone to go out and buy Moon People and Princess Theresa books so that there can be a crossover like the Avengers.
Don't do that.
No,
Don't.
absolutely not.
It's the Brainworm cinematic universe.
I mean, over the year, this show developed way more fucking lore than I could possibly have expected it to. So
It's downright lousy with it.
yep.
I was allowed to use the restroom with a warning that armed guards had the building surrounded and I couldn't escape. Can't she, blow things up with her mind or something? I don't remember what her powers were, but, she did some shit.
Yeah, I know she's, real strong and has, a crosshair in her eye.
Right.
That lets her throw baseballs real well.
Right, yeah.
That would be maddening to have that little dot in the center of your vision.
Yeah, that does sound real obnoxious. But imagine if she got a hold of one of these guns.
Yeah, right?
This would become an exciting book very quickly.
Imagine if she was that strong and she just, ripped off her harness and punched up through the ceiling to, knock the rotor off the helicopter, and then it just plunged and she emerged from the wreckage and fire, and she had the char all over her. She was blackened but not hurt, crawling out of the fiery wreckage.
When, ultimately, Jerry Bruckheimer makes the adaptation of Empress Theresa. I'm sure that scene will be in it.
Yeah.
The fully fueled helicopters took off again. I let my mind wander aimlessly over the incidents of my short stay on Earth. In retrospect, I'd had a charmed life. Nothing had happened to me. No attacks by sex-crazed boys. No illnesses. No traffic accidents. No run-ins with the police.
Yeah, when I think of tragedies, I put sex-crazed attacks by boys in with sickness.
Teresa, sweetie, honey, you just got kidnapped.
Yeah.
By armed agents of the government.
We're going to nuke you, apparently.
The third time in your life.
And they might be sex-crazed, you don't know.
And when you were 12, you had a weird run-in with a fox and part of your street just suddenly got really, really hot for no... what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Nothing's happened to you.
And the things in the 3 chapters that we know nothing about, which may have been exciting.
Right. I mean, there is that possibility. There might have been something exciting happening in this book at some point. I don't know. I haven't witnessed it. If I were to write my autobiography now, I'd write 3 lines. I was born. I had a good time. I was vaporized by a bomb.
Theresa, this is chapter 4 of your autobiography.
Well, she's writing it right now, and those are the 3 lines she's putting in.
And then she starts over because her autobiography is in her autobiography.
Oh, God. The snake is eating its own ass.
It just keeps going.
It's fractal. The negative incidents I remembered, mostly childhood experiences, were so trivial in nature they wouldn't be worth telling in a letter. An ill-tempered dog barked and lunged at me but did not touch me.
How
From
exciting.
This, I had no love for dogs. When I was 12 and in my mother's car, I saw a traffic accident a short distance in front of us. Everybody drives by hundreds of accidents after they happen, but rare was the person who actually saw one happen. It was a grisly scene.
It affected me
a
personally.
head-on collision
in
with
such a
one driver
great way.
instantly killed and 2 other people severely injured. Mom had to be a witness in court. This experience shook me up for a while. Yeah. I mean, her remembrance of all of the trivial things that happened it would be fine if, again, so much more noteworthy shit hadn't already happened to her in the 3 chapters before this one.
Right.
That's leaving me a little cold, Norman. Just gonna say.
This book fails on so many layers. It's like someone started choking and fell into a pool, and you're criticizing their breaststroke while they're choking.
Other than that, my life had been an amalgam of routines. And this is what made up a life, not the spectacular events that make the news. I'd been satisfied with my quiet life. Didn't you get married just like a month ago, like after turning 18? Yeah. Like that's
this is your life.
That's a something.
Ticking
that's
away.
A something that happens.
It's true.
I'd say getting married to your high school sweetheart is kind of a noteworthy
thing.
They met in college. Please tell me about the dog that barked at you.
They met in college. You
it told me to kill.
Oh, yeah. Well, get out your clown suit.
Should be the tagline for this show. Get out your clown suit.
No, the tagline should be, it told me to kill. Get out your clown suit.
Isn't that an ISP song?
Internet service provider?
Right.
It's like a weird band?
No, the Insane Clown Posse.
That's ICP. That's a different letter. Sometimes it sounds like an S, but mostly it's a K.
Ma said we don't need no book learning up in the holler.
Oh, Tennessee public education once again.
With the Insane Sound Posse?
I would listen to the Insane Salmon Posse.
Nice.
Just the Insane Salutation Party?
Why, hello there!
Why, hello there!
Jesus Christ.
God, we're stupid.
What's this wee shit?
You're part of this. Don't try to get out now.
After 3 helicopter flights, we finally ended the day's traveling at some kind of airbase far south. Maybe we were in Florida or somewhere around there. It had been dark for a while, and I couldn't recognize cities from lights alone.
Oh my God,
we're coming up on moon people territory.
They're not gonna kill her with an atom bomb. They're gonna feed her to a meth gator.
And then it will get the powers of Hal and go tearing down the East Coast. I'd read that book.
Yeah, that sounds pretty exciting.
I was gonna say, that sounds awesome.
Psychic-powered meth gator kaiju attack on the East Coast. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's the origin story for Godzilla.
Meth Gator?
Yeah.
I don't know if Meth Gator is the origin story for Godzilla.
The only person who can defeat it is a large, strong man.
Yeah.
He's got to be a big man.
Yep. You're a big man, Charlie Brown.
I don't know why, but I kind of know why, because, the Rampage movie and all that made me think of kaiju fights, and then I thought of The Rock, and he's a big, strong man.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I want The Rock to play Ben Grimm.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
I want The Rock to take me on a date and give me that smile of his.
I mean, if he made food for you, you would literally be able to smell what The Rock was cooking, and that would be kind of awesome.
Really, this is...
It's better than reading the book, Joe.
Mid-90s wrestling references? That's what this podcast has become.
It's a real telling sign of the place we've reached when David is complaining about the book we're reading. Because...
Yeah, David sometimes seems to take more joy in the shittiness of these books than I do.
Yeah, it's a weird day. It's an opposite day. I don't know. Where am I? What is happening here? Where are we?
Who cares?
I've lost the book.
Let's just talk about wrestling for a while.
The East Coast was nearly continuously densely packed residential areas with lights everywhere. Not one person down there knew what was happening to me. I figured out why we were in helicopters. A chopper could land anywhere.
Because they fly in the sky and they're faster than cars.
A chopper could land anywhere, such as this quiet part of the airbase, while planes had to land at the airstrip with lots of people watching.
Thus is the nature of vertical takeoff.
Yeah.
It's in the job description, honey.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just her noting that, okay, that's why they put me in a chopper. Probably also because I think they're more efficient on fuel. I don't know that for sure, but I don't think they are. That. No? Okay.
It makes sense, but I don't know. I'm not an aeronautics engineer.
I'll Google it real quick while you read.
They marched me to another one of those nondescript military buildings that only had numbers on them. Building number 39 turned out to be a cafeteria. It was late and no crew was on duty. The government men told me they'd arranged for food to be left out, and I could help myself. I grabbed a tray while looking down the line. There was a beverage dispensing cabinet at the end. Hopefully it had plastic bottles.
What?
I walked along and picked up 2 tuna sandwiches, a piece of chocolate cake, an 8-ounce carton of milk, and a cup of coffee.
I don't know that we needed all of that information, but continue.
Also a weird meal, like tuna sandwiches,
and chocolate
a piece of cake, 8 ounces of milk, and a coffee.
Yeah, I can't imagine tuna and chocolate, like eating chocolate after having eaten tuna. Seems like a weird...
Yeah, that's not a good combo, but honestly, like, Theresa eats like a 75-year-old man.
It's true. Oh, yeah, because, yeah.
So real quick.
Yeah.
I suspected that this was the case, but I didn't make any hard claims on it, so it doesn't matter. But
you said hard.
But a helicopter is less efficient than a plane because on a helicopter, the blades act as the wings, the lift, whereas on a plane, what generates the lift is fixed.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, well, Coriolis effect for the win again. Finally, I arrived at the beverage dispenser. It was the size of a refrigerator and had a glass door you could open and grab a drink from a shelf. Okay. There were 20-ounce bottles of Coke in there. I grabbed 12 bottles and put them on my tray.
The hell
like
you
cocaine?
Say? No.
Okay, I didn't go to school to like go to a cafeteria with trays. Can you fit 2 tuna sandwiches, coffee, milk, chocolate cake, and what was it, like 20 Coke bottles on there?
12. A dozen bottles.
Like cocaine?
No cane.
No, just Coke. Just
Coca-Cola.
Just the we can't say that.
Gonna get flagged
for saying Coke, Kaine?
Yes, Kaine.
Do you see what I did there?
Would you like some Coke, Kaine?
See, finally I arrived at the beverage dispenser. It was the size of a refrigerator and had a glass door you could open.
That's because it was a refrigerator, Norman.
And grab a drink from a shelf. There were 20-ounce bottles of Coke in there. I grabbed 12 bottles and put them on my tray. The men guarding me dismissed this as the irrational behavior of someone who knew she'd die in hours. One could not expect much better. A few feet beyond the end of the cafeteria line was a garbage can. Leaving my tray on the end of the slide shelf for a moment, I walked to the garbage can to retrieve the garbage bag. It was after hours and the crew had cleaned up and put in a new bag before leaving. I pulled up the plastic bag and returned to my tray to put 11 of the 12 Coke bottles in the bag. Then I sat at the nearest table to eat. The men watching me, 3 of them aiming guns at all times, were impressed by my calm.
In a supermarket.
What's a cafeteria? But
yeah, it's a cafeteria in a hangar in a military...
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were somewhere completely different.
Nope.
Is she making some kind of improvised flail? Is she going to bash them with the trash bag full of Coke bottles?
It's an improvised explosive device made of Coke bottles, I guess. I don't...
She's going to put some Pop Rocks in there.
Real quick, it turns it into a Coke bomb.
Don't let her get to the Mentos! Take her down!
Okay, I have to point this out. I'm sorry, this is going to take just like a minute. So she gets like 12 Coke bottles, and then like the guy watching me wrote it off as someone who's about to die. Do you think when Norman Boutin is on his deathbed and all his family members are around...
Is he on his deathbed?
I don't think so.
Do you think that when Norman Boutin will be on his deathbed at some point and his family's gathered around and like they're like, oh, like do you want anything? And he's like, yes, Coke. And they bring him, no, more Coke. And then, like, they're waiting for his last words to say, like, I love you or something, and he just drinking until he dies.
No, I don't think any of that. No, I think not, probably. I do question I get, okay, she grabbed a dozen bottles. Fine, she's gonna fucking just guzzle Coke until she explodes in an atom bomb or whatever. But then grabbing the garbage bag and putting 11 of them into a separate container to carry with you, like I feel like they would have questions, you know?
Also, you know what will make way more sense and to have Theresa be more of a proactive character in her own story? What if they were going to the plane and she was like, I'm going to die, right? And they're like, yeah. She was like, do I get a last meal? And that would be her initiating this, and like the guys are like, fine, you know, they have some heart, they're not totally soulless, that sort of thing.
I mean, they're just feeding her because they're staying overnight, I think.
Yeah, but they're gonna kill her, so who cares?
Well, I mean,
yeah, it's still, whatever.
It would make her more proactive.
Sure, I get it. Norman Boutin was born in 1948.
Okay.
So he could be on his deathbed. We don't know.
I mean, I don't hope for that. I just hope that he doesn't write more.
It doesn't seem like he's going to. It seems like he got Empress Theresa out of his system.
No, he's still like going on about it.
And like God on the seventh day, he was like, my masterwork is finished. And then he started getting in fights on forums about it.
Yeah, on the seventh day, God rested. Norman Boutin went to the internet and started slinging. The men watching me, 3 of them aiming guns at all times, were impressed by my calm. 1,000 miles from home and anybody I wanted to see surrounded by executioners, I ate methodically, keeping my eyes down as if I were alone in the room. I glanced at them once in a while. Hardened as they were by a cruel world, their eyes softened at the sight of me. Perhaps they had daughters. How could they justify this? Building 39 had a cot in a back office. They took me to it. Try to get to sleep, I was told. We leave at 4 a.m.
Why not just leave now?
I mean, it's dark and they want to, get some rest themselves.
Sure.
Do they need light to atomize her?
I don't know, dude.
Maybe she's planning to chug all of the cokes at once and have her last act to just spray piss all over the seat of their helicopter.
You know how hard it is to piss on command?
I mean, if you drink a dozen bottles of Coke.
She has Hal powers. Hal gives her pee powers.
Hal may not give her the power to pee her pants on purpose. All I'm saying is, if you've ever tried to piss your pants on purpose...
No, David, I've never tried to piss my pants on purpose.
It's real hard. It is difficult to do.
Do you want to hear a story about when I pissed my pants when I was a kid?
Not really?
No.
Yes, actually. Okay, sure.
Fine.
We were at some kind of like sale. I was really young with my mom. It was like some sort of like thrift sale. And I was like, I really, really had to pee. But I was also like a very meek, terrified child. So I was scared to go to the bathroom by myself. And I was like, Mom, please, I really need to pee. And she was like, just go yourself. I was like, no, I'm scared. She was like, all right, then just hold it. And so I was like, okay, if I like straighten out my leg, maybe I can pee down my pant leg and it'll be fine. And it wasn't fine. Don't ever try that.
No, that's... How old were you?
I don't remember. Like, that memory exists in absent of surrounding memories.
Because I'm like imagining you at like 16.
I'm imagining you now. just in a Hobby Lobby, just pissing down the front of your pants. And David, I was reflecting on what you said while we were listening to Chris's story. The fact that you can very confidently say it's hard to pee your pants on purpose. There's a page in the novel of your life that I'm assuming we're going to leave unread.
That is inner secrets. That is only for initiates, my friend.
But the fact that you can say with that much certainty that it's hard to piss your pants on purpose is very interesting to me. All right, well, I mean, unless you want to talk about urinating on yourselves a little longer.
And we could.
Which we could.
There are many stories.
At length.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was a time for my birthday that a particularly large package showed up.
Oh my God, this hurts so much.
And it said, take it into your room and open it. And I did. And on my birthday, Joe, completely naked, sprang out of the box, grabbed hold of the spinning ceiling fan, and started urinating.
Why does my back hurt so much?
While saying, "We."
Kaine, are you okay?
What the fuck?
What is what is going on over there?
It's like all of my muscles in my back are pulling on the wrong spots.
Yeah, maybe incorporating us into your genetic code might have come with some unintended consequences.
Oh, no.
Is it trying to self-terminate?
Oh.
I wish. Oh.
He can't self-terminate. We did things to his brain so that he won't do that.
Yeah, but now that other DNA is incorporated, he could terminate, the tissue that does not belong.
I specifically made sure that none of your minds were attached to it. All right.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, that was a good decision.
I didn't want to have those conversations. How the fuck do you live your life, Joe? Ugh.
Yeah, one day at a time, buddy.
I thought that this would be... I think I'm going to have to go into the furnace and try this again.
Yeah, that's a real good idea. You're starting to look a little brindlefly.
Yeah. You are an abomination.
Sometimes you gotta crack multiple eggs to get a fully realized sentient omelet.
It's fair.
Sentences what have never been uttered.
The double dose of David DNA is probably going to have some unintended side effects too.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what that would do to someone.
That explains all those Amazon Wiccan books to the moon.
Fucking moon spirits. They're real. They're real. Wait, what were we doing? I'm so confused now.
Talking about going to clubs where we wee on each other.
Yeah, that makes sense. So,
Yeah.
Have you ever wondered what old people's milk would taste like?
Wait, what? Like lactation?
Yeah. Like if you could get an elderly human being to lactate, do you think that you could like a latte with it and it would just be, oh, fuck.
I have absolutely no clue what you're talking about right now, Kaine.
Oh, you're
God.
You're becoming Chris.
Oh,
now.
God. All right, I'm going into the furnace.
Yeah.
I'll try this later.
Yeah, we're coming up on an hour, so I think this is a good place to stop reading Empress Theresa.
Yeah.
Forever.
Not forever. We have to finish chapter 4. I want to see where this goes.
Do we really need to do it? I'm just gonna go into the furnace. You guys sort this out.
Just
Yeah.
madness.
Madness.
Just madness.
So yeah, don't forget to go to wegiveyoubrainworms.com where you can .com where you can support the show via Patreon, where much like PBS, we're supported by listeners like you. And
we're sorry.
We're sorry. If you're a YouTube listener, like, subscribe, click the bell, leave a comment. I don't know. I guess that's it.
Yep.
We're
Furnace
sorry.
for me.
Happy birthday to us. See you next week.
We're sorry.
This has been a production of Brainworms Presents. Any copyrighted content contained within is used for purposes of review. Brainworms Podcast is David Combs, Kaine Magdalen, Christian Schaefer, and Joseph Wells. The theme music is Hodgepod No. 1 by Brian Davis. If you like what you heard, you can support us and learn about our other projects at wegiveyoubrainworms.com or by leaving a review on your favorite listening app.
Not the end. Not the end. Just remember that death is not the end. Go to wegiveyoubrainworms.com.